Well, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, a new week, a new batch of chapters for us to read and be amazed if they follow last week's line. Well, at least Fairy Tail, because there were no other chapters last week except for Fairy Tail and Boku no Hero Academia. Such joy. Before we move on to the chapter in itself, I just want to say something. My nose is completely bonkers. I I might, and probably will sneeze um, a lot during this video. So I apologize in advance. If such thing happens, let us hope it does not. So, starting this new week, we have the fairy tale chapter 510 of its name, Natsu's Heart. So, well, surprise, surprise, the chapter will be about Natsu, most likely. I just hope for an explanation on last week's ending on how the hell is Mavis Rahkeid's mom. But anyway, okay, let us begin. So right away we see all the parties over Gray, Juvia, Gray, and Natsu, and we see Evergreen. Is that Evergreen? No, it's Di Maria. What am I saying? It's Di Maria. And Brandish, Lucy, Happy, and Charlie. Upon the chaotic battlefield, Natsu has become the key. What is his fate? Yeah, very interesting question. Okay, so once again, Brandish has shrank all the wounds they have. Wendy has helped heal Juvia. But as Charlie says, the real problem here is Natsu. Yeah. Okay, so the mess that she once shrinked within his body is now impossible for her to mess up with. Okay, so yeah. Its ability to move even while time was suspended, that pure, unbridled aggression with its killing intent laid bare. Sorry, the likes of this, it is beyond my abilities as well. There's absolutely nothing I can do to help. And as Di Maria says, that thing is a demon. Yeah. And Happy realizes already that Natsu is none other than END. And while Lucy refuses to believe, Di Maria, okay, so it's the thing now. You don't know nothing about him. Yeah. She's not wrong. People do not know as much about those around them as they think. Even the ones you consider to be precious friends and comrades have a hidden side to them. Isn't that right, Brandy? Because yes, even though Di Maria thought that Brandish was her friend, Brandish actually turned on them by siding with Fairy Tail. So yeah, it may be true that Natsu is violent, rough around the edges, and generally uncooperative, but he's as straightforward and honest as they come. Natsu has no hidden sides. I believe that in my heart of hearts. And Evergreen to Brandish, she's totally head over heels for him. And Brandish is like, oh, that explains it all. Natsu was the impetus who brought about my joining Fairy Tail. That is true. Way back in the first chapter when they first met. Jesus. That's like 509 chapters ago. Time flies by. Okay. Some smoke is coming out of his body. And he's getting cold. Okay, this is not good. Natsu, please open your eyes. And we go to the dream world. Great, there's always a dream world. In Naruto was the inside of him where Kurama was jailed. Oh, and yes, it had to be your big brother Zeref himself, of course. His face like, don't get any funny ideas, this is the inside of your heart. And as such, I have no physical form here. The inside of my heart, at the very least, if only while we're to get in here together. Yeah, I have no problem if you wish to address me as big brother. As much as it pains me to say this, you're going to die soon, and it's for that very reason that I've come here now. In your last moments to fill in the gaps in your lost memories. Oh God, no! I'm referring to your memories prior to your waking in X777. So yeah, because actually Natsu doesn't know that he comes from the past. In fact, don't all the 7 original Dragon Slayers come from the past? And that's kind of why they forgot any memories before waking up in X777. I think I remember that all the original 7 Dragon Slayers, the first gen Dragon Slayers, um, actually come from the past. Oh, Natsu's parents! Yes! We lived peacefully in a small, quaint village. Those two are our mother and father. Oh. However, one day the village was attacked by a dragon. Of course. No, please no. No. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me that this dragon is who I think it is. Please don't. No. Father, along with mother and you, on this day, all 3 of you lost your lives. But even so, I tirelessly continued my research, and finally I was able to resurrect you as my very last demon, Etheria's Natsu Dragneel. Oh God. I believe I already spoke to you earlier about the particulars of what occurred around this time, and so I entrusted you to Ignil. Okay, so maybe Ignil wasn't the guy that destroyed their village. I'm fine with that. I would be really, really sad if it turned out that Ignil was the guy that destroyed their village. Imagine that. That would be some story to tell. Your memories are likely vague and cloudy side effects of the Dragon Soul ceremony, I'd say. Oh, ho, ho. They knew each other. Oh, God. You had already met Gajil and the rest of the Slayers. You and Gajil were a couple of rascals, always at each other's throats. Oh my God, so cute. Oh, poor Wendy. Oh, she always tried to break them up and always end up crying. Oh, poor little thing. Sooner or later, I'm sure that child will end up meeting Wendy as well. When the time comes, I want them to get along. That child? Okay, so Sting and Rogue were around the same age as Wendy. So does that mean they are still the same age around as Wendy? They idolize the two of you as their adopted older brothers. That's why. Oh, it makes all the sense now. Several times a year, when our dragon parents would gather for their meetings, we'd all be seated together. What the hell is he doing there? Or so I'd like to say, but in reality, both Natsu and I have no such memories of those events. Ooh, your consciousness erased Zero's presence, that's all there is to it. Come on, follow me, you'll surely arrive at your answer. Are you evil Sting? Oh no, Sting. Is this Sting? Yeah, it is. The true identity of what it is that lurks inside your body. Let me think for a second. Could it be? You remember Ethnologia, right? Ethnologia is said to have been a human who killed so many dragons and bathed in so much dragon blood that it actually turned into a dragon himself. Could it be that Natsu, not through killing dragons, but through Zaref's experiments, turned him not into a demon as he thinks, but into a dragon? Or maybe after Zaref has done those experiments, turning him into a demon, Ignil was then able to alter the magic that Zaref did, saving Natsu sort of, but because he wasn't able to remove the majority of the work that Zaref had done, he altered the work that Zaref had done, thus allowing Natsu to turn not into a demon but a dragon. Think about it, because if we have Sting saying this and not Zaref, it makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, it does for me at least. So we're out of Natsu's heart, and we are seeing Sting running, trying to find Lecter, Rogue, and the others. And the kinky. And Sting comes across Rahkeid and Kagura and Yukino and Frosh and Lecter. And like the cry, with the cry of the baby cat, Sting comes flying, soaring through the skies and kicking Rahkeid in the face. Yes, very cool indeed. Well, he kicked him in his arm because he defended, but still, quite a flashy entrance. If I do say so myself. Yeah, because now we have a true light mage, Sting, the light dragon slayer, versus the not so light mage, Rahkeid. Because he hits the light. Yes, yes, it makes totally sense. Oh my god, he eats. Yes. Oh my god, yes. It makes so much sense. It's kind of funny. It's making me feel kind of good. Oh, yes. The White Dragon Slayer, the one who can oppose pleasure, is none other than our White Light. Sabertooth's master, Sting. Oh, I can tell you, and I won't be getting along. The thing is, your stench reminds me of my good old friend Natsu. That's because he's his, nephew, sort of, kinda, with some weird shenanigans. You know, you and I won't be getting along. Yeah. To be continued in chapter 511, Hunger Hell. I do hope that we get the continuation of Sting versus Rahkeid fight because, last chapter it ended like that and we haven't had an explanation. The previous chapter also ended with something different than the next chapter started. So I would like to see a continuation from this chapter to the next. because really, I think we would appreciate having a battle of Sting versus Rahkeid. It never came across my mind that Sting could even consume that, but when I saw it, it was really funny and made a lot of sense. So this was a very good chapter. We finally started seeing a little bit more of the Dragon Slayers past when they were all young 400 years ago. So I say, all in all, it was a good chapter. It raises more questions than it answers, really, but this is how it is with manga. We are all but used to it right now. And if we aren't, well, we are on the wrong businesses then. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's chapter of Fairy Tail, as well as my live reaction to it. Right away coming, we have the chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins, and later today, we will have the chapter of the Promised Neverland. The chapters have all released already. They've released quite early, actually. It's 11 a.m., 11 and a half a.m., and the chapters have already released. So, jolly good. I'll record them right away, and I'll have them hauled off to you during the afternoon. I'll see you right away in the 7 Deadly Sins video. Bye bye.